All right, here we are at the job. Big job. Big house, big pool cage. We're going to head and look at that in a minute. The water source is right there by the truck. Boom. Going to take 200 feet. We're going to go in and get this pool cage. Well, actually, I should probably start washing here and go all the way around the front, come all the way back around, then do the pool cage. How about if we just do that? All right, downstream injection setup. Going to be using machine B today because we're splitting the hours between both machines. We'll be getting the maintenance here in a couple of weeks. We're probably getting pretty close to making that appointment. I think I got about 85 hours on both, so maybe by the end of next week we'll start thinking about oil changes. All right, we're going to hook our injector up to here. This is my unloader. This is unloader mounting block is all that is. And always soak your injector in a bucket of water. Okay, now you can make this nice filter. You can do it yourself. There's a T there, some 1-inch fittings, 1/2-inch threaded with the 1/4-inch barb. There's your injector. Always soak them in water. I'm probably gonna have to make a new injector today. I noticed it was getting a little weak yesterday. We'll see here once we get started. All right, we'll be right back. I'm Don from Super Blast. Let's get after it. All right, making an injector is very simple. Here's your injector body. Water's going to come through this way. So first thing I do, need to get a handle for the vise here one of these days. And the best part about all this is you can reuse these fittings for your new injector. Okay, first thing you do is you take your Teflon tape, take the plastic off. That's all you need for that. All right, pretty simple, huh? That one goes to the graveyard. Always put all your tools away and always have a lot of fittings on hand so you can fix anything that breaks during the day on the fly, you know what I mean? That was dumb. All right, need to get that addressed. All right, the injector's all made. I always have a lot of, bless me, injectors on hand in case we have to repair anything at all. All right, then you simply come back here, hook the injector up, put your hose back on the barb, peel off your line, hook up to there, and you're ready to go to work. All right, we'll be right back. All right, I'm gonna start the job right there on the corner, like I said, and I'm gonna go in there, get this inside area cleaned out, and then I'll come back out and we'll start filming when we do the outside of the wall and get all that stuff up there with the 0060 original tall reach tip, baby. All right, let's get after it. All right, we're all done with that stuff inside. Looks like something's on the lens. Cool. All right, now we're going to use the tall reach tip to get up there. Very simple. Put the scope on. Scope big. There's the scope. That gets all that black off them soffits, look nice and white again. Now we'll just take the jet wash tip, rinse it off, then we'll make our way around the front. All right, let's get after it.
Right top the footway on a Friday night. The landscape's a fine and natural sight. Moving slow through the dark of night. Precious and grace, everything's alright. Good God Almighty, we was going down slow. Yeah, we knew just where we had to go. I'm just a crying down a put out road. In my flat-headed Ford.
All right, let's have a look. The whole place has completely been rinsed off all the way around from the pool all the way. This is completely finished. Okay, now what we're going to do is come around the side here and get as much as we can going down this side. Then when we come out of the pool cage on the other side, we'll finish the house off. We're going to go ahead and come all the way down here. Well, you can see that green screen a mile away. We got that stuff up there. Little gutters and stuff need to be cleaned. Soffits are dirty. All right, we'll be right back. Let's get after it. You see where we're going, right? We're gonna go rinse back around that way to the pool, go into the pool, come out, get that little section done right there, and we're done with this popsicle stand. We'll reel right out of the pool, right to the truck. Hose management, job layout. Keep it all into consideration, guys. Let's get after it. All right, that was a little real-time video for you today. As you can see, all this is done. That's all coming up, so you can repaint it. But we're done up to here. Whatever you're going to do outside the house, when you got a painted surface sidewalk, just clean it up. See those gutters and soffits up there? They look fantastic, brand new again. So all that's been soaped up in there, the windows and everything. Best I can get from here. Gutters have been done all the way over there. So when I come out the pool cage, I'll just come in here and get all this done. All this is done, rinsed off, completely finished. So now we're going to drag this hose around and we're going to go and do the pool cage. What does that mean? That means we're going to be getting after it. We got one more job to do after this. So what I'm going to do is this. Pull this over here, put that hose over the top of the car, shoot that way. All right, you see where I'm going with that? All right, we'll be back. See you in the pool cage. All right, let's get in here, look at this pool cage. It's got this bush for privacy, obviously, from the neighbor. What a wonderful pool. It's got a lot of algae on all the beams. You'll be able to see it better from the other side, but look at these screens. We're going to be doing the sideways trick on the screens to get all that mold out of there. We have it on this end as well. And we're going to turbo nozzle this whole deck. It won't take long to do it. It looks worse than it is, but you see all that? I don't want to bring the mini Mondo in here. It makes a mess of everything. This way I'll blow everything this way and then out the door. Or out this way. This would be better because it's going to drain out here. And we're going to come down and get in this little courtyard. Get around all this stuff here. Okay? Gotta come in here and get this cleaned up. It's always pretty nice in here. Nice little place to chill out. Alright. Then we are going to be using the tall reach tip. I'm just going to stand right here and get every one of these beams after we treat these screens. Alright, let's get after that. We'll be right back. Okay, I see algae up on the side of that chimney there. So how are we going to get that from here, huh? Well, without an injector bypass too. I need soap. So what you do, you turn the soap on. Just change tip. There's the soap. Ready? Bingo. Big shooting over the top. Okay, now we're going to do the screen trick. Show you how that works. Just turn your nozzle sideways so you can spray it sideways. See all that soap laying in the screen now? What you do is you lie it in the screen sideways. And what does that do? The soap's going to stay in the screen. I see a screen that's broke. You see it right there? And watch out. You want to make sure this one gets a good coating so you don't blow the screen out when you're cleaning it. See all that green crap coming out of there? Look at that. Alright, that's how you do that. Now we got the gutter here. Get every bit of this off as well. Clean underneath everything. we're going to do is we're going to come around, get this last part of the house done, courtyard, and get this sidewalk the rest of the way cleaned off. Then we'll be out in the pool area, getting all that done. All right, we'll see you at the finish. All right, let's have a look. Look at those screens. I don't see any mold. So I just let it sit there, put double coat on that one, so I'm going to put another little bit on there. Well, it doesn't really need it. But anyway, that's how you get screens clean. All this is done all the way down. Sidewalks are done. Short yard's all cleaned up. Everything looks great. And boom, the chimney has no more algae. Oh, imagine that. All right, I'm Don from Super Blast, and we are going to get ahead and get this thing chlorinated. Look at all that green stuff up there. All right, now like I said, I can hit most of this standing on one end of the pool. Then I can just go around and skirt the little beams. All right, let's get after it. All right, that's how you do it. Took the tall reach tip and got every one of these beams. Look how nice and clean everything is. The screens are nice and coated with SH. The floor is all nice and coated. All we gotta do is take that turbo nozzle and just go over everything real lightly. Look how nice that looks. All the algae's gone. Simple. Now look at the screens. This is the worst side. And look, it's starting to turn white. See that? That's that green stuff going white. So we will treat it again. We'll come back down here and see how it rinses out with the SH just blowing through it, because we got a screen up there, it's loose. The top, you don't want to blow any screens out. Just be very careful what you're doing. Now this is coming new. So what I need to do now is spray the other side here so the whole thing looks new. Those plastic things are very, very remarkable. They come clean very, very easy. All right, and you know what? When you clean stuff like that, instead of going around it, you're a hero, man. Did I say I was here? This is my 9th visit. Wow, I'm only been in business, I'm in my 10th year, and I've been out here 9 times. Get after it. Now for the satisfying rinse. Get after it. All right, look at those screens that were green. See the ones down there that were, you couldn't even see through them. They're all clean. All right, now all we gotta do is take the turbo nozzle. I'm gonna turbo everything in this corner out this way, of course. Then I'm gonna take it from here and go that way because the hill goes down. The water will drain right out there. Then we'll be done. We'll rinse off the debris with the ball valve out of the corners and stuff. I kind of did that all the way around already, but there's still some debris. We'll do a final rinse and then we'll be back for the final review. And that'll be it until we get some lunch. Because frankly, I'm starving right now. But that's okay. I got some more gas in the tank. All right, I'm Don from Super Blast. And let's get after it. We'll be back for the final review. All right, there you have it, folks. Beautiful, clean pool cage, deck. Everything looks beautiful. Everybody's going to be happy. We got one more job to do today. This is the only one I'm going to film. It's just a little house. So we'll see you all on Monday. And try to leave some comments today. Had 100 views on my rust removal thing. I mean, that's the name. Come on, 100 views. What the hell? With this kind of work going on, I should have 2,000 views. All right? Hey, my opinion. Let's get after it. See you Monday.